In today's video, we are going to look at algebraic expressions with denominators and how to find x. So we can just jump into the first example. The first step would always be to get rid of the denominator. And how you get rid of the denominator here, it says that 2x plus 4 is divided by 2. So the opposite of divide is multiply. So you multiply both sides by 2. What you do on the one side, you do on the other side. And then you get 2x plus 4 is equal to 10. Because this 2 cancels out with this 2. Now you have 2x plus 4 equals 10. What you do on the one side, you do on the other side. Minus 4, minus 4. And that should give you 2x is equal to 6. Then you divide both sides by 2 to get rid of the 2x. And that leaves you with x equals 3. And now another trick, how you can always know if you have the correct answer, is to test it. To put your x value back into the expression. So I'll do it over here. The left hand side was 2x plus 4 over 2. And then you substitute your x value that you got into the expression. So it's 2 times 3 plus 4 over 2. Which is 6 plus 4 over 2. Which is 10 over 2. Which is equal to 5. And that is equal to the right hand side. So now you know that your calculations are correct and you know for sure. Okay, moving on to the next example, a little bit more difficult, but yet again, it's the same thing over and over, getting rid of the denominator first. So what you do is you times everything by 8. So it's going to be 7 times 8. It's going to be this whole fraction times 8. And it's going to be the 2x times 8. And that should give you 56 plus 6x plus 4. Because the 8 in the denominator and this 8 cancels out. And then 2x times 8 is 16x. So now the second step is to isolate the x. Get all of the x's on one side and all of the numbers on the other side, all of the constants. So what you do here is you say negative 6x to cancel out the 6x. And what you do on the one side, you do on the other side. So then you are left with 56 plus 4 is equal to 10x. 56 plus 4 is 60. Still left with 10x. And then, to get rid of the 10 before the x, you divide by 10. And what you do on the one side, you do on the other side. So then you are left with 6 is x. So now we can backtest it again. We can say left hand side is equal to 7. I'm just going to rewrite everything again. And now you plug your x value in, which you got as 6. So it's 6 times 6 plus 4 over 8. Which is 7 plus 36 plus 4 over 8. 7 plus 40 over 8. Which is 7 plus 40 divided by 8 is 5. And that gives you 12. And now when you look at the right hand side, it is 2x. And you plug the same x value that you got in here, which is 2 times 6 which is 12. So you got the same answer on your left-hand side and on your right-hand side. And now you know for certain that your calculations are correct. Okay. Moving on to the last example, which is the most difficult one here. You can see that the x is in the denominator. And what you would do here is as follows. You multiply every single number by the denominator. So that it cancels out. Plus 3, and don't forget to multiply this by that as well, is equal to 4, and also don't forget to multiply this by x minus 1. So here at the denominator, this and this will cancel out, so you are only left with 4. And when you do the multiplying with the bracket, 3 times x and 3 times negative 1, which will give you 3x, and then 3 times negative 1 is negative 3. And equals to, same with the 4. 4 times x, 4 times minus 1, which is 4x and negative 4. So now you do exactly the same thing. You put all of the x's on the one side and all of the numbers on the other side. So I would subtract 3x here, and what you do on the one side, you do on the other side. Then you would be left with 4, negative 3 is equal to 1x, because 4x minus 3x is 1x, negative 4. I'm just going to simplify this. X negative 4. And to get rid of this, you say plus 4. What you do on the one side, you do on the other side. Then you are left with 5 is equal to x. And now, to test this, you do exactly the same thing. Left-hand side, which is 4 over x minus 1 plus 3. You got your x as 5, so you just substitute your value in. This is 5 minus 1 plus 3, which is then 4. 5 minus 1 is 4 plus 3, which is the same as saying 1 plus 3, because 4 divided by 4 is 1. So your left-hand side is 4, which is equal to your right-hand side. So now you know your calculation is correct. And that's how you do algebraic expressions with denominators, and how you can test them to always know if your answer is correct. Thank you for watching.